welcome to the final lesson for Success Forge on pay-per-click ads. Just a quick notice, once the school ends, all lessons will be available on my YouTube, and you can just find that on the little, if you hover on this video, click in the top left. But now into the meat of the lesson. So onto targeting a specific niche. So unlike email marketing where you're targeting a specific person if you're outreaching, this is more like the newsletter side where you're targeting an overall group. So you have your multiple avatars from the same group. You don't want the age range being too wide. No more than 10 years, especially with ads. You want to target a very specific group, and the lower down, younger they get, the less you want the age range to be. So a 1-year-old compared to a 2-year-old. A 1-year-old is half the age of a 2-year-old. A 2-year-old's had double the life experience that a 1-year-old has. Whereas if you go up to a 90 to a 100-year-old, the life difference is a ninth for the 90-year-old and a tenth for the 100-year-old. It's a significantly less amount. So you can go for those wider age ranges, 90 to 100. Very similar tends to be. And then same with gender, you don't want to be targeting every single gender out there and sex. You want to be targeting a specific one. You want to be targeting, are they male, are they female, do they have these problems, do they have those problems. You can't target both, you can't target neither. You have to choose one and stick with it throughout the process, because you can target male and female, women and men, but at the same time, but it won't be as effective because they have different problems in these environments. Take for gym example, men might prefer doing more weighted exercises, more squats, bench press, whilst women might prefer Pilates, especially middle-aged women prefer Pilates. So you have to be specific because they have different needs. Fact. Location as well. If I'm in South Africa, I'm gonna have different needs to someone in New York City. If I'm in like the slumps of like, say, China, you're working in child labor at China, you can have completely different needs to a billionaire sitting in their yacht in front of Dubai. And then if you go into experiences, that's based on location. All these three above give you different experiences, where you can have similar things for these and different experiences. So you want the experiences to be very similar. Needs and wants, that's what you're targeting. They have to be the same. If they're not the same, not like this, if they are not the same and are spread apart, you're targeting the wrong people. I'm sorry, your copy's not going to do anything. Their needs and wants of all the people you target have to be the same, because they have to want to buy your product. If they don't want to buy your product, they're not going to buy it. And then this is just on that. Speak to the small crowd, and the entire small crowd will follow. It's better to target a specific group and make it great for them, rather than target a large group and make it all right. If I'm talking to a group of 5 people and make it specific to those 5 people, they're more likely to listen. As I'm speaking to a group of 1,000 people and I'm kind of targeting everyone, but it's a bit iffy, they're less likely to focus in and listen. And if I'm talking to one person, they're definitely going to listen. Talking to 1 million people, billion people, they might not listen because they probably won't feel their message is for them. And there are messages out there that is more generalized, and you can target a general populace. Everyone needs water, for example. You can target a whole population with water. Everyone wants to be hydrated well, for example. And then just use these short form copy methods. You don't be wanting to writing long paragraphs upon paragraphs. No one's going to read it, especially on social media. And if it's an ad as well, no one's going to be reading it. You want it to be short, snappy, and sharp. Nothing too long. Not too short. You don't want it to be a word. It can be effective with a word. If you want it to be a bit longer, you've got that call to action button, don't forget, on Instagram and Facebook with meta ads. That could be a one word thing. This wants to build trust, describe the product, and amplify the pain. So here you can see disrupt in the copy. Then you want to intrigue them. This is where you build that, you amplify that curiosity in their head. And then you want them to click. And this is just amplifying the pain and desire. You want to find that pain and desire for everyone. That should be the same with the people you're targeting. Amplify it and give them the solution. But don't give them the full truth. Give them a half truth so they'll click for the other half of that truth. And then this is just very basic. Hook. Tell them a success story. Give them that feedback from other people. That group is that group feeling. They want to feel like other people have tried it. They want to have that social, know your product has good social feedback before they take it. And you want to give them an offer. Take the path of the character from that story. But that was all covered in the copywriting lesson, so we'll move swiftly on. Now on to probably the most important part of this, which is testing and creating an ad set. The reason I like Facebook and Instagram meta ads in general so much more compared to YouTube ads is the ad sets. The ability to use the ad sets is so much better than it is on YouTube. To be fair, I don't use YouTube ads. I don't really know of this feature. I haven't really heard of it in YouTube ads. But in Facebook and Instagram, specifically, the ad sets are perfect. So let's say we have 3 pictures, 3 pieces of writing, maybe even three CTAs. So we've got a CTA 1, CTA 2, and CTA 3. So if we're actually looking here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different things. And you can get 9 cubed, which is 81 different ways of pairing these together. You can put the writing here. You can have CTA 1, you can all have this all set as that. Or you can have writing here, CTA 2. That might work. So all of these might work with all the ones. However, what you might find is actually picture 1 and CTA 3 and writing 2 works best. You might find picture 3 with writing 3 and CTA 1 works best. Or picture 2 with CTA 2 and writing 1. But you won't know this unless you start putting all these different ideas together and analysing which ones works and works best for you. So like the scientific method, this is about coming up with a hypothesis, testing it and seeing if it works. And if it does work, good job. If it doesn't work, try again. But once you find those winning ad combinations, you can put that into a winning ad set and you can just keep them running in the background constantly because those ones work. Those ones are the ones that do the job like you're supposed to get it done. Well, it's the other ones, maybe they don't work, maybe they do work, but you need to try again with them and take ideas from those winning ad sets. Say, that worked, surely this should work as well. And if it does work, you can put that out as another ad set and test it. It's just all about testing. But I'll leave that lesson there. Have a good day. Bye.